You very getting better, very greater by the day. That Beyonce ain't seen nothing wilder to this day.
You'll have to wait for me to introduce the champ. Elusive and tough. A clinical slugger with a wicked way of words.
Big Doss is getting annihilated!
This dude will eat a punch, laugh in your face, knock you out, and smile again. For big fella doing big things, big belts, big dreams. The Gypsy King. No man on this planet has beaten him. Come at the king, you best not miss. Feel the power. Clap for the champ. This is Tyson Fury.
Barely 3 years ago, long we pondered the bomber's cryptic talk of victory. Time has proven him foolish. For from man to man, the word was spread that the bold Gypsy King and his fans, so far from home, laid down their pride. Not just for the belts, but for all of England and the promise that this king holds. Now, here, in this fight arena, let this Dosser face obliteration!
different.
Yeah.
I think during the pandemic shutdown, maybe Fury was watching a lot of 300, right? This is Sparta, a lot of that. I'll tell you this, Wilder's costume was lighter. Andre Ivan waited, but it looked lighter on him. He got in much easier.
It better be lighter.
Blamed part of that, weighed 40 pounds on him, said it sucked some of the energy out for the second fight, but he looks ready to go. Heavyweight championship of the world. We've seen the entrances and so much on the line. The entire reign of Deontay Wilder on the line here tonight. Third time around, bigger than ever. Let's go to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada for the featured bout of the evening, presented by Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated. Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry Promotions, Bomb Squad Promotions, and TGB Promotions. This is a Premier Boxing Champions presentation. This bout is sanctioned, is supervised, and sponsored by the FanDuel Sportsbook. Make every moment more with America's #1 sportsbook. Universal Pictures, Halloween Kills in theaters October 15th, and UFC 267 live on pay-per-view on October 30th. This bout in the ring is sanctioned by the WBC, the President Mauricio Suleiman, along with the Nevada State Athletic Commission, the Chairman Stephen J. Klubeck. Introducing our three judges, scoring from ringside, Tim Cheatham, Dave Moretti, and Steve Weisfeld. All right, fans, here we go with a bout you've all been waiting for. The heavyweight world title trilogy, Fury versus Wilder 3, 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC and lineal heavyweight championship of the world. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, it's time for the main event of the evening. Introducing to you first the challenger on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 6 feet 7 inches, wearing red trunks with black trim, and hailing from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He weighed in at 238 pounds, the 2008 U.S. Olympic bronze medalist with a sensational professional record of 42 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw, with 41 big wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, seeking to avenge his only loss and regain the title in his 13th consecutive world title appearance. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the hard-hitting former WBC heavyweight champion of the world, introducing the bronze bomber, Deontay Wilder. And his opponent across the ring, the defending world champion, fighting out of the red corner, standing at 6 feet 9 inches, wearing black trunks with gold trim, originally from Manchester, England, now residing in Henderson, Nevada. He weighed in at 277 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign in the ring with a record of 30 wins, no losses, 1 draw with 21 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the popular and colorful former unified world champion, the current reigning and defending undefeated WBC lineal heavyweight champion of the world, introducing the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
Big chance.
And now to give instructions, our third man to the ring, the referee in charge, Russell Mora.
Center ring, gentlemen, center ring. Okay, trunks here are good. These trunks are high. I'm going to let you work on this belt line. Gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want to remind you, protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands. God bless you both. Touch up.
They've been kept away from each other in a stare down all week. And there you see why. Mercifully, the talking will stop. And fellas, we're going to learn a lot in this first round. Deontay Wilder in the first fight, it was competitive. He threw 35 punches in that first round. In the second fight, Wilder only threw 19. Heavyweight championship of the world, third time around. Both men at their heaviest weight ever. Brian Kenny, Lennox Lewis, Andre Ward, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. Round number one in the third fight. And Wilder comes out, lands a jab to the body, and another jab immediately. Wilder already looks more active, and you have to like the look of that, Andre.
Yeah, he's trying to set the tone early, and I like that he's going to the body where it's easier to hit, and you got a greater chance to land it than you do to the head. So
Nice.
good move right now from Deontay Wilder.
Nice right hand to the body off the jab. A very different Deontay Wilder. We're talking 25 seconds, Lennox, into the first fight, into this first round.
Yeah, he wants to get it. He wants to punch down to his body, then bring it up to the head. Get him looking down and worried about the bottom of his body, and then come over the right top with his right hand.
Wilder throwing that stick out. We have not seen a strong jab in a long time. We have not seen an outstanding work rate from Wilder in a long time. He looks outstanding in the first minute of this fight.
He's got Fury on his back foot a little bit, guessing, because he's not just trying to come forward. I'm talking about Wilder. He's being very successful with his approach coming forward.
If I was Tyson Fury right now, I'd be jabbing him back to the belly too.
Fury is trying to assess what's happening right now. He's looking at Wilder. Wilder again is turned a little more, with his left side forward. So he's just showing that left shoulder and then snapping out a strong, long jab.
Wilder's going to be coming up top just here shortly with that right hand.
In these small bits of success that Wilder has had in these first two fights, it has come when he's been active. Now comes Tyson Fury, and he throws a right hand and then grabs immediately. Surprising. In the second fight, he would maul and put his body weight on Wilder. But the demeanor, the fighting spirit, already looks different from Wilder.
Well, Wilder has a game plan this time. He's not just relying on that right hand, and that's what we wanted to see unfold, to see what changes were made and what his game plan was going to be. And it looks like he's trying to set the right hand up.
Fury is very good at dodging that right hand, but Wilder throwing it is an outstanding sign for him.
Wilder should throw that jab to the belly, then to the head, and mix it up, not just to the belly.
Well, he's coming up top. He's just taking his time right now.
Already Deontay Wilder throwing 12 jabs in this round. That is an outstanding sign. Again, Fury has not been damaged, but he's taken some. One-two from Fury. He starts to get into a rhythm. And already all the makings of an outstanding fight.
Yes,
that was
sir.
a big turn of events from Deontay Wilder, and then Fury at the end of the round showed, oh no, I'm the king, and landed a beautiful right hand. Round two, scheduled for the championship 12. Wilder jabbing immediately. Fury not showing the same head movement that he did in the first fight, where he was constantly moving his head and feinting and double feinting.
Yeah, he's not moving his upper body or his legs like he was in the first two fights.
Wilder touched with the right hand and looked off balance. Don't know if he was hurt or just lost his way.
But I think Fury, like you said, Brian, was just processing because Deontay came out so sharp.
Yeah.
And he applied a game plan that he hadn't applied before.
Hard shot right on the belt. Right on the belt line. That's a legal shot. That's right over the belly button.
Wilder's telegraphing his right hand when he shouldn't be. He's got to set it up with a jab or something else, or a jab to the belly.
Lennox, you have to like the work rate, though, right?
Oh, yeah, I like
showing something here.
Well, I like the work rate. He realized the last fight he didn't go to the stomach and the belly, but this fight he's definitely going to the belly. And I know that's Malik Scott telling him to do that.
Look, Wilder was brought along very slowly after winning the Olympic bronze medal. Started boxing at the age of 19. But again, by the time he fought for the title in Berbain-Stavern, he showed a good, hard jab. And that made all the difference in the world. He's gotten away from that, fell in love with his power, and has been really losing rounds over his last 5 fights. But he's able to bail himself out with his tremendous power. Fury, reeling back, does not want to get anywhere near that right hand. Fury back to showing respect.
Yeah.
See that? He's like, no, 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 getting out of here.
See, that's what Deontay has to worry about, because Tyson Fury knows what he's trying to do right now and block that, and it's really block that jab to the belly and come back with a left right.
You're holding.
Good body shot. Russell Mora, good job.
I got you. Come on.
Mora getting in there and said, look, you can let those guys punch out of that. Let them box. Good job by Russell Mora.
Both fighters in that exchange are giving just as much as they're getting.
Nice right hand, Wilder. Able to touch him. Back comes Fury. And that's the second time, Andre, we've seen that. Fury lands right hand and clutches.
Let go.
I don't think he's comfortable right now to let both hands go. He wants to kind of land a 1-2 and make sure he's secure and safe.
Hands are free.
And then reset.
I agree completely with what you said, Andre. I'm looking and thinking every time Fury throws a shot, you wonder if it's going to be the end of the night. You know, I mean, on both sides.
These are two big men.
Fury coming in 277 pounds.
Let him go. Let
Again,
him
he was
go.
256 in the first fight, where he was fighting more like a welterweight or a middleweight. But this time he's fighting like the huge man that he is. But Wilder has a lot more strength, a lot more of a fighting spirit in this bout.
Every time that Fury comes in, he's trying to throw that short uppercut inside. That was really successful with him in the last fight.
Deontay Wilder with that chopping overhand right. That's the one that he put Fury down with in the 9th round of the first fight.
Even off the break is the most important time. Why? Because he want to jump his face. He doesn't do that.
And here you see Tyson Fury lining up for that right hand, and he means business with that right hand. See it coming across straight at Deontay's face.
Yeah, and Fury rarely likes to land the left. It's more of a decoy. He kind of slaps the left hand out just to kind of get Deontay's attention, but he really wants to land the big right hand.
Round 3, and we are already seeing the excitement that we saw in the first fight. Again, that first round of the first fight, remember how exciting it was. Thinking, oh, this is not a dud of a heavyweight fight. Big men throwing, big men boxing, and we've seen that immediately.
They got too much history, too much animus for it to be a bad fight. It's impossible with these two.
Well, I wonder, though, Andre, second fight after the beatdown, did Wilder have enough to come back? He is showing that he does.
Right now, he's showing that he does, absolutely.
Round 3. And Deontay Wilder taking the initiative, but Fury has certainly had some very good, powerful answers on the other way. He's outlanding Deontay Wilder 19-12.
Now you see Fury getting into his signature feigning and moving, and that's what he likes to do. He likes to feint, freeze the opponent, and then come with the 1-2. Just like that.
Fury is very dangerous coming in with that right hand, no question. He looks powerful. Everything they throw, it could be good night. Stepping in with the jab, and now holding on to Wilder. And again, I'll repeat something, Lennox, that you said. I believe it was in the early rounds of that second fight. If Deontay isn't jabbing, Tyson will jab.
Yes.
But Deontay is jabbing and taking the initiative.
He's jabbing, he's also throwing a left hook, and this is what I want to see, a more variation of his punches.
Good jab to the body from Wilder.
Yeah, he can't go away from that. That was great work in the first round. He kind of got away from it in the second round. He's got to stay downstairs as this fight keeps progressing.
You know, it's going to be interesting how to score these rounds already. We're processing everything we're seeing. Larry Hazard is with us, but even in that first round.
Stop. Look at me. Don't put him in a headlock.
All right, Russell Mora said don't put him in a headlock and emphasized that and insisted that Fury pay attention to him. Good job by the ref. Good stiff jab by Fury.
I don't know about not putting him in a headlock. If he ducks his head, I'm going to make sure he can't hit me while he's down there. So I'm not sure what Moore is talking about with that one.
Wild shots, big right hand. There's the signature right by Wilder. Grazing shot, but it's dangerous.
Okay, stop.
Also, every right hand Fury throws looks dangerous, Lennox.
Yeah.
That just grazed him, but wow, that's Wilder doing that. Good stiff jab. by Tyson Fury. Wilder loads up on the right hand.
Took a shot right there. He just missed Fury.
Hey, look, you got to throw. That's your chance. Wilder tries. Fury's still good with his head getting out of the way.
Wilder has to be careful that he doesn't exert himself throwing these right hands and missing. He's got to be more accurate with it. And where he wasn't missing was to the body.
I mentioned that first round is going to be interesting in how it's scored. In that Fury landed a beautiful right hand at the end of the round, but Wilder was really getting the better of it there. Another right hand. And Wilder, down goes Wilder. Fury put him down with the right hand.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You okay? Put your
He's
hands
hurt,
up.
fellas.
Come here.
He's hurt.
Give me
And he
your
stepped to
glove.
Russell Mora.
You want to fight?
He says he wants to continue. That right hand so dangerous from Fury.
15
So much
seconds on
power.
the clock.
This time he is with another right hand. He nailed Wilder with that. 10 seconds to go. Can he survive? The champ answering uppercut by Fury. Another shot. Wilder out of control. Eats a hook. And another. And that's the round. Wilder has a minute to recover.
Look at this. You're jabbing him. But the hand is here. He's throwing the hook while you're jabbing. Go to him with the hand here to shut down the hook. Give me this. Take a deep breath. Deep breath. Take a sip. Listen to me. When you're going forward, he's timing you with the hook because you're off the phone. Be alert with serious intent. This is being alert, not this. Don't be lackadaisical. You
Well,
hear
this
what I'm
fight
saying?
takes another turn, the trilogy with yet another turn of events where Wilder's the boxer and it's Fury who's the power puncher.
Yeah, Fury came in with a nice right hand, caught him good. Wilder's doing a mistake by putting his head down. He's so big, he should not put his head down, especially Tyson Fury throws a good uppercut as well.
With Tyson Fury, got to jump back on Deontay Wilder. He's better than he was before the round ended, or when the round ended, but he's not all the way back.
Huge knockdown by Tyson Fury. Again, you have 1 minute to recover. Can Deontay Wilder recover? Does not look very solid as of right now.
Yeah, he doesn't look steady on his feet. He's walking around. He needs to keep his feet, shoulder width apart. And on his toes. He needs to be on his toes.
But it's a fine line because Wilder's still dangerous.
Wilder is dangerous, but he's hurt. He's in the corner, and now the Gypsy King is mauling him once again, just as he did in the second fight.
This is where the Gypsy King should...
Pawing now with the jab.
Stop! Stop!
Fascinating change in this fight, where again Fury is backing up a lot of the time, but answering with a jab and a right hand, and a thunderous at times right hand.
Let me tell you, that's the mistake when you throw power punches early. You get tired quicker.
Well, it's not just that, Leonard. You got to understand that Wilder has a lot more mass on him, too. Good body shot right there from Tyson Fury. So he's going to fatigue quicker than he even normally would without the mass.
Yeah, this is where weightlifting doesn't work for boxing. You got to do the right weightlifting.
Fury doesn't look steady, guys. He backs up now. Fury gets him up against the ropes. Although you have to say, Wilder shows real guts. Again, he never quit in the second fight. He didn't want it to be stopped. He protested immediately, and he got up and he survived that third round.
I'll tell you what, the ref's got his work cut out for him in this fight.
Gilmore's got to earn his money tonight.
And he's got the big guys, so he's doing a lot of pushing right now.
By Wilder! Beautiful shot! Down goes Fury!
Whoa!
Wilder with the answer!
Whoa!
5, 6, 7, 8. You okay? Put your hands up. Come here. Give me your glove.
Fury says, yes, of course I'm all right. Big right hand and a thunderous answer by Wilder. Fury is hurt. Uppercut and a hook. Wilder with his big chance. Can he get the title back? Big right hand from Fury.
Wilder's got to get...
Down goes Fury again.
He's hurt, fellas.
4.
Wow!
5. Over there. 6.
Fury
7.
back up. Final seconds.
8. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Give me your glove.
That's the end of the
You
round.
okay?
But he has to be ready. That's
Fellas,
the end.
that was an extremely slow count on both of those knockdowns. I don't know what that was about for more, but that was an extremely slow count on both of those knockdowns.
Andre, they should be counting here ringside, and they picks up
That
the
was an
count.
extremely slow count on both of those knockdowns.
We'll measure that. We were talking about long counts.
Yeah, but you're right. You know, he's got to take the count from the guy at the ring, the guy beside the.
2 knockdowns for Wilder. Just when he looks wobbled, he answers with a thunderous right hand. Wow. Wilder lauded as one of the greatest punchers in heavyweight history, and proving it here again tonight. For Wilder to be that hurt and come back and knock down Fury twice, sensational.
He's always
just
dangerous.
sensational.
He's always dangerous.
And that's kind of the back behind the ear. So that was off balance by Fury, but he still went down. It still hurt. 3 knockdowns already in this fight. As we get into round number 5, heavyweight championship of the world, it has more than lived up to the billing already. Wilder looks slightly gassed, but he is still able to throw a big right hand from distance.
Let go. I got you.
You see the punches landed. I've got to just get it off the screen. Let's count knockdowns.
Wilder wants to set his shots up. He doesn't want to waste any shots. Just in case Tyson Fury is able to recover, there's still a lot more fight to be fought because it's only the 5th round.
Good jab by Fury. Andre, Fury looks pretty good.
Yeah. He's not all the way back yet. He's not all the way back yet.
Now Wilder comes in. Wilder certainly has lost a little fuel in the tank. No doubt. He doesn't look as crisp, but those punches are hard.
When Tyson Fury got hit there, he basically took that punch.
Look at Fury. Beautiful left and right, straight up the middle, and knocks Wilder's head sideways.
That got his attention for sure.
Wow. These are big shots, big uppercut. Mora lets him wrestle out. They can punch out of that.
Hands are free. Your hands are free.
On the ropes. Wilder tiring. That's 280 pounds of Tyson Fury leaning on Wilder. Round number 5, so much has happened.
Oh, good job by Tyson Fury. He's got to get that jab going again.
Now Fury looks like he's back.
Wilder answers with the right hand. Just when you think one man has the better of him, there's another big right hand. Just miss. He is able to touch Fury with that right hand more than ever. Now he backs Fury into the corner.
Stop.
Furious, thunderous fighting for the heavyweight title.
Fury's defense does not look like he's on point like he was in those first 2 fights.
Yeah,
Not moving his head.
He looks like he's a little off.
Right.
And this is the game of interest, fellas.
In that first fight, Tyson Fury was able to miss with that right hand.
They both tried to go home early with that one.
Home run shots, final minute of round 5.
Fury has to get back to his boxing.
Okay, stop. Let go. No punches.
Yeah, he's come in as a puncher here, Lennox.
Yeah, I mean,
No question.
he knows he's a puncher, but he's got to get back into the boxing. He's got to throw more jabs before coming back with that power punch.
Wilder's not allowed a lot of that. Again, when Wilder is active, Fury has to step back. He has to respect that power. But Fury has been the man with tremendous power. 3 knockdowns in the fight, 1 for Fury, 2 for Wilder. Tries another right hand.
Both fighters should keep going to that body. If you're going to be inside, you might as well make the most of it and dig a couple shots, short shots underneath.
So much has happened. The early jabs from Deontay Wilder looked like he had his fighting spirit back. The 3 knockdowns. Let's go upstairs. Kate Abdo, Max Kellerman, and Sean Porter.
Yeah, thank you guys. Welcome up to the desk here, Kate, Max, and Sean. Yo, this is brilliant. This is a great fight.
No matter what happens from here on out, what Deontay Wilder has done here tonight is extraordinary. That man comprehensively beat him the first time. was beating him up again, knocked him down, and Deontay came up with the shot he needed. He looked more dangerous from the very beginning. This is a special fight in a special rivalry.
It's a special fight, and it's because Deontay Wilder came to the ring with a game plan. He's never gone to the ring with a game plan beyond the right hand. He's setting things up. He's taking control. He's not allowing Tyson Fury to be the dictator, which is why I believe that after 5 rounds, I do have Fury up by 1 round now because of that last round, but going in before that 5th round, it was a tie game, and it could go all the way just like this.
You've been scoring too, right?
Yeah, he got 2 knockdowns. That last round is a 10-7 round.
Brian, back to you.
Round 6. Max, I'm with you. I thought this was a huge fight for Wilder's legacy. A win would make that second fight look like a blip on the record, but a bad night would make it a loss, would really call his whole reign into question. I think Wilder's answered beautifully here tonight, no matter what happens, but Tyson Fury has answered back as well. Amazing. 3 knockdowns in this fight.
Yeah, this is a huge fight for both fighters' legacy. Not just Deontay Wilder.
And it's a war of attrition already. Brian Kenny, Lennox Lewis, Andre Ward. Lennox, your thoughts as both guys look sometimes powerful, other times they look gassed.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's conserving energy and basically coming out with the right punches at the right time. Right now, Deontay can't afford to miss punches and use up his energy. Tyson Fury
is winging power shots now, and Wilder almost takes a knee but does not.
Tyson Fury's coming in with that left-right, also bumping you with the body right after it.
Deontay looks a little fresher than Fury to me right now. Even with the extra weight, even with the extra mass, you wonder, but so far, so good.
All right, there's Larry Hazard. You see right there, he's got Wilder up 47-45 with the 10-7 round in the 4th. I don't see many 10-7s. 10-8 round the other way. Fury with the knockdown. And both men looked badly hurt. That's the other thing to emphasize here. Bombs.
Good answer from Wilder after the big right hand from Fury. Neither man wanting to give an inch.
Now they maul on the inside. No question. Deontay Wilder showed a hard jab from the outset. Hard right hands. And has been able to back Fury up, but when Fury counters, it is nasty. Both men look badly hurt in this fight already. Barely climbing off the deck.
It's only the 6th round.
Yeah, halfway through, right hands. Wilder tries to weather the storm. Steps back in with his own shot. Fury starting to move his own head. Caught him with the right hand. Wilder back against the ropes. It didn't get him 100%, but it certainly clipped him. Uppercut.
There's that uppercut by Fury.
Now Deontay takes a knee, but he got forced down there. No, Russell Moore says that's not a knockdown. I was close.
He's trying to stop Fury from putting his weight on him.
I think that was the correct. Others might argue. Hard right hand from Fury. He's got Wilder on the ropes. Wilder's not want to be there.
Wilder looks really tired right now. He's got to be careful because when he's throwing his punches, leaving himself open.
And they both look tired right now to me, champ.
No question. Final 10 seconds, round number 6. Haymaker from Wilder, but he's able to duck under that right hand from Fury. The dangerous right hand from the champion of the world. We go to both corners, and both sides have a lot of work to do.
Look at me. Wake the fuck up. You getting a little lackadaisical off the break. That's all you got to do is stay alert. You can control this dude. He only closed space when you're not being alert. Get back down to the body. But after you throw the couple routines to the body, then go with the 1-2 to the head. You heard him at the end, and then he clinched, and then you're making too many silent agreements. I want you to work in that free hand more. Be physical.
Just great exchanges from both guys. Every time a fighter makes a mistake, the other one tries to capitalize, and they're not capitalizing or taking advantage of the mistake with pity-pat shots. They're knockout blows, even the jabs, every punch they throw is a knockout shot.
And here you see the uppercut by Fury because Deontay puts his head down. He's got to be careful when he's tired not to put his head down. He's got to keep his composure and keep his head up.
As we said before the fight, you think you know, but you don't know. And round 7 here, 3 knockdowns. Wilder has put Fury down on the deck twice. Each time it looked like Fury might not answer the bell, but there's a hard shot again. And certainly Wilder, when he went down, it did not look good. Wilder's been down once, Fury twice.
Right, there are no guarantees in the heavyweight division.
You have to like the way Wilder has responded, though. After the beatdown, after all the excuses, fires his trainer, but he comes back like a man here tonight.
Wilder has to be careful. Although he's tired, he can't be throwing these wild punches. That's just going to exert him even more and leave himself open for Tyson Fury to counterpunch.
He does look tired, no question. Legs not as steady, not as sturdy as Tyson Fury's.
Stop! Let go!
Russell Moore, yeah, he's busy in there. A lot to do. Fury able to get out of the way, slipping that right hand. It goes back to the body.
Good body shot from Deontay right there. Brought the left behind the right.
Andre, I would think, though, that for Wilder to have a real shot, they've got to be at distance, right?
Not necessarily. I mean, he doesn't want Fury leaning on him where he's putting pressure on his back. That's hard. But inside, Deontay Wilder is giving just as much as he's getting.
Big right hand by Fury.
But Wilder's getting ready to try to land that right hand.
And that just grazed his chin.
Stop! Stop!
Even when Wilder's hurt, you can see him thinking, if he just gets closer, I'm going to land this right hand. He's always dangerous.
Tyson Fury hit him with a right hand, but he's smothering himself when that he can't throw any more punches. He's got to throw that left right and keep the distance so he can
he doesn't want to get hit with the counter.
It's a pitched battle here in the 7th round, heavyweight championship of the world. That looked low from Fury. Morris says move those shots up. Right hand cupping shot. Oh, now Wilder gets hit with the right hand to the side of his head. Enters back. There is a vintage right hand from Wilder.
This is where Tyson Fury needs to throw his punch. Deontay just threw 5 punches and missed. This is where you have to come back.
He landed there, landed the jab, landed the right hand. Wilder now fires back. Oh, there's Fury with the right hand. Wilder's hurt. Wilder's hurt. He wobbled. He almost fell over into the ropes. He is close to going out. Now Fury. What a round! There's 35 seconds left. Wilder looked like he was going to goodnight.
Wilder's looking tired. He has to keep that composure.
Takes a right hand again. Yeah, he is stumbling back toward the corner. But every time he looks like he's done, he has an answer. You wonder how often he can keep doing that.
And that answer is the big right hand.
What a fantastic round. Again, we talk trilogies, and you hate to compare anything to Frazier Ali or even Bo Holyfield, but wow, that round was something else. Deontay's wife, Telly.
And here you see,
that's the early going with the jabs from Wilder.
And here you see the knockdown in the 3rd by Tyson Fury. Wasn't really no clean shots, but it did do the damage.
And then round 4, we had the 2 knockdowns. There's the big right hand, caught Fury on the way in.
Fury thought he could take it, but when it landed, his body did funny things.
Second knockdown here. Well, just on the side of the head, but that is a knockdown. Tell you, Deontay Wilder has only landed 2 jabs in the last 4 rounds, but I'm throwing the punch stats out the window at this point because it's a war. It's a war. Both guys look like they might not be standing. Larry Hazard, our unofficial scorer, has it even so far. Again, I'll let him deal with that. You can't look away. This is a hard-hitting home run battle. Hard right hand by Deontay Wilder.
That's what Fury has to stop letting Deontay Wilder do. Wilder likes to take that big step forward to get maximum power, and for whatever reason, Wilder's right in line, Fury's right in line to get hit by the right hand.
Yeah, he should be taking a step backwards.
Landed with the hook. He got underneath. He was able to duck under the Fury right hand, but got hit with a combination. Wilder looks hurt, but he takes a step forward. Fury is landing hard shots. The will of both champions being tested. Wilder now backing up again.
Like I said, Wilder is moving the wrong way. Fury throws a good looping right hand that way. And Wilder has his hands down as well. He needs to keep his defense in check.
Right hand lands for Fury. Another right hand. Wilder is wobbled. He's got a minute to go in this 8th round.
Tyson Fury's got to push Wilder off of him, reset, and go right back to him right now because he's not only hurt, but he's fatigued.
Again, the judges could have this fight even. Larry Hazard has it even right now. Big right hand. You have the feeling this is not going to go to the scorecards, but we don't know.
I highly doubt it.
I don't think so either, Andre. I don't think so.
I'd be shocked.
Punches in the back of the head.
I mean, they're just wobbling around there now, but their upper half has a lot of fight left in them. Legs, I'm not sure about.
Wilder's taking some hellacious 1-2s from Tyson Fury, and he's answering with his own shots right now.
Again, Wilder is one of the biggest punchers in the history of the heavyweight division, but it's Tyson Fury who seemingly has the heavier hands here tonight.
Here comes Wilder.
He's just not there.
Yeah, once Tyson Fury has him missing, he's got to counterpunch him. He's got to hit him.
Snaps him back with the jab, but Wilder has enough energy to get underneath and slip the right hand. Tyson Fury outlanding Deontay Wilder 98-54. But again, Wilder has the 2 knockdowns, Fury just 1. We go back now. This is from this round, 7th round. And watch Deontay Wilder land with that shot in the right hand, but he's seemingly like grabbing his wrist or his hand, Lennox.
Yeah, he might have heard it. He might have heard it.
Wow. Again, those are big shots from Fury. He is the puncher here tonight. But he's been down twice.
You was blessed with something
Wilder's
to back him
made
up.
a beautiful account of himself here tonight.
Don't go back.
Dog leg, right leg hard. Keep the damn jab going. He can't keep going right hand.
We are wondering if something has happened to his right hand.
The head got to keep moving.
We don't know. We're just looking at it. He seems to be clutching at it, but we don't know. Certainly Lennox don't want to give that away to Fury.
Oh, yeah, well, I think he might have heard it.
What's this now?
Thank you. Thank you, Doc.
That's the doc?
I would presume so. He's the only man that can get in the ring. One of the ringside physicians.
Well, we're gonna see if Deontay's gonna be still throwing that right hand. Even if it's broken, he's still got to throw it.
Stop! Let him go. Let him go.
All right, Heidi Androl has just asked the corner of Deontay Wilder, and they say the right hand is fine as Wilder fires a right hand to the body.
I don't think anything's wrong. If you watch Wilder's previous fights, he does that a lot. I think it's just a habit.
Okay.
See, he's doing it right now. He does it after each punch.
Wilder again trying to jab to the body. Again, that is an effective tactic. His jabbing has made a big difference in this fight. As Fury then lands a hard shot to the body. Again, it's become a battle, a slugfest. It's boxing, but it's slugging as well. I would say, oh, good combination. Fury drops his hands. Wilder clipped him. Deontay has such power.
Then Tyson Fury smothers Deontay Wilder to take some steam off the shot and to allow himself to recover.
Again, this is 277 versus 238. Biggest heavyweight matchup in history for the real heavyweight championship of the world. A little pawing jab there, 2 of them from Fury. Just wants to touch Wilder, moving back. That's a hard jab.
The jab is interrupting anything Wilder wants to do.
Excellent point, Lennox, no question. See, even when they're just kind of putting it out there, even if you throw it as a blinder, again, the punch that put Fury down for the 9 count, the 12th round, Wilder looks hurt. That came after a blinder of a jab from Deontay Wilder. Then he put Fury on his back. You need the jab and the right hand. Wow, there's so many moments where I think Wilder is done, guys. So many, but he's not.
Got to give Wilder credit for standing up because he's not just hurt, he's fatigued and he keeps recovering and coming back. Then he'll get hurt and he keeps recovering and coming back. You got to give him credit for that, but he's got to try to get his own shot in there to kind of take some of the play away from Tyson Fury right now.
And that's the jab. He's got to get that jab going. Right now, Tyson Fury has a jab going better than him.
Whoever commits to the jab and goes back to it, because they both kind of got away from it, is going to have the most success. They can rest while they're using it, they can set up punches while they're using it, and they can inflict punishment with the jab.
First fight was exciting, second fight was a beatdown. This fight's been thrilling.
Classic so far.
Yep, no question. Right hand from Deontay Wilder. Still has some pop on it. Fury backs Wilder into the corner, hits him with a hook. Right hand by Fury. The crowd is gasping when these guys hit each other.
Fury sneaks in that little uppercut in there. He's been doing that the last two fights, even this fight.
Wilder again doesn't look good. His mouth is wide open, sucking in that air, but he lands an uppercut. Fury, as he comes in, he twists around now and gets Fury into the corner. Fury applies the body weight. Another pitched battle in that round.
You was blessed with something that can end this right now, but it has to come behind the surgical ways. We have to keep thinking. You're in the what round we in? We like 10. We in 10, and you're still hurting. Hold it together, bro. You're gonna be so proud of yourself tomorrow.
Can I tell you how we're gonna
Go ahead.
When he backs you up, you pivot out.
Jab. All you gotta do is jab, man. And go to the body. Just jab the motherfucker. I'm here. Just keep the goddamn left hand up because he's not going to.
Stop punches.
He is barely, and yet he could still be in this fight.
He's a punch away. He's always a punch away.
Bernardo Osuna is telling us that Wilder's corner, they're complaining about rabbit punches from Tyson Fury, but a lot of times I think it's Wilder bending over to the side and then just Fury chopping down.
Yeah, it is. You know, Wilder puts his head down when he has to keep his head up and his hands up as well.
This fight could end any second. I mean, it's felt that way the last 40 minutes, but it looks that way now too.
Wilder landed that uppercut at the end of the last round. He's got to try to get another shot in there. Those are shots that Fury, he's not looking out for because that wasn't something Wilder showed in the first two fights. Wilder's got to get
by Fury, and down goes Deontay Wilder.
Big shot by Tyson Fury.
Deontay Wilder was off balance before he received that shot.
Can Deontay recover? 1 minute left in this round. Russell Moore, let him go. Heavyweight championship. Big right hand. Fury comes in for the kill. A lot of time left. Ooh. Big right hand by Fury. Wilder trying to hold on and survive.
This is where Fury should go to the body. When you got a guy hurt, the guy's expecting you to come back to the head, but if you go to the body, you're going to take more steam out of him.
Fury's got to give himself some space and try to land another big shot.
Fury landing uppercuts there and trying with the hook off the uppercut. Those are effective shots, but he's not getting a lot of pop on him. And now we're under 30 seconds to go. Wilder desperately needs to get to the corner and try to recover. Now Wilder fires back. What does he have left? Now uppercut by Fury. Deontay Wilder is on wobbly legs. And he wobbles again from a hook.
Tyson Fury's got to give himself some space right now.
Final seconds.
Oh, a bucket Tyson Fury right now.
Wilder with a second right hand, and then a hook. Now he answers back on the Gypsy King, and fires back on an answer at the end of the 10th round.
What a fight! Woo! And here you see Tyson Fury catching Deontay Wilder when he was off balance. Oh. Oh.
Wow. All right, we're excited. Wow. And here's the end of the round. How Wilder had anything left, I don't know.
Man, he keeps getting his strength back. When you think he has nothing left, he recuperates and he gets his own shot in there. And at the end of the round, he's always on the verge of getting Tyson Fury out of there, or at least knock him down.
Paris Fury right there. Tyson's wife looking on, obviously concerned as we go in now, the 11th round. 2 more to go. Maybe. This is Ward Gotti at the heavyweight level, which is saying something. Stiff jab by Tyson Fury opens up the action in round 11.
Stop! These kind of trilogies, when there's bad blood and both fighters really want to prove that they're the best, you leave a little something of yourself in each one of those fights to prove that you are the best and you are the man, and both fighters are doing that in this ring tonight.
I think, though, too, Andre, I mean, Fury's winning these rounds, right?
Yeah, he's winning them. He's winning the majority of these rounds. And Wilder's having his moment at the end.
Big right hand, right on top of us. Sweat flying from Wilder. Wilder does not look good, but we've been saying that all night.
Wilder does not look stable on his feet right now.
Trying to stay up. Hard body shot by Fury. Has Wilder wobbling back. 2 minutes to go.
Uppercut by Fury.
Right hand by Fury as well. Wilder somehow staying on his feet. Taking supernatural strength.
Fury throwing that uppercut again.
And down goes Wilder. And that's it. It's over. Russell Mora waves it off. He's not counting. The Gypsy King is the heavyweight champion of the world. In an all-time great heavyweight fight. All-time great.
What a fight. Unbelievable.
That's a modern-day classic, fellas. That's a modern-day classic fight.
Deontay Wilder did everything he could. Fury kept coming back. Fury hit the deck twice and came back and won that fight.
Yo, you had drama in the first fight. You had drama in the second fight. You got drama in the third fight.
Better even than we hoped. Better. Wow. Sensational. 1:10 into round number 11.
Who would know it would go like this? Unbelievable. What a great fight.
You don't know. And again, the tactics changed. It wasn't the same old thing. Wilder jabbing, boxing, Fury with the power. 3 knockdowns, 4 knockdowns, 5 knockdowns.
A modern-day classic, fellas. You don't see this kind of fighting in this day and age. You don't even see fighters wanting to fight each other when you got 2 of the best in the world. And I consider these guys 1 and 2, at least before this fight. But then they went out and performed the way that they performed. They walked it like they talked it. Both fighters hit the canvas. Nobody wanted to give an inch. And we got an epic ending the way that we got. And even though Deontay Wilder wanted to get his hand raised tonight, you can't have anything but respect from this man. He's a true warrior, and he went out on the shield.
2 great fighters, but there can only be 1 winner.
And I said that the reign could be put into question of Deontay Wilder if he lost this fight. No, not really. He can lose this fight, and you can still have tremendous respect for what he did. This was that close at so many points.
All I can say is, wow.
We're on our feet, the crowd on their feet. Again, sometimes you get a clunker. Second fight, all Tyson Fury. First fight was outstanding. This fight, the best of the 3. A total war. That man, it took everything he had. All the training habits, coming back from depression, coming back from gaining up to 400 pounds, battling back, getting his mental health, straightening out things with his family. There he is with his wife, Paris, and that man is the heavyweight champion of the world, and he had to go through fire to keep it.
Yes. It wasn't easy.
So many points, Andre, I didn't know how it was going to go.
And I forgot how many knockdowns we had and how many times each fighter was hurt. You know, but I respect it because what both of these fighters showed tonight You can't teach that. Bro, this is something that you got deep down on the inside. Your trainers, they walk down the steps and leave you in there. You're all alone in that ring. Both these fighters shown that they weren't just good fighters, but they're great fighters, and they have great resolve.
And they got great heart.
I tell you, I thought Deontay Wilder, again, I gave him credit in that second fight, never quit and protested the decision and kept trying. In this fight, he showed even more. 5 knockdowns in this fight, ultimately, where Russell Mora waved it off. And by the way, pretty good stoppage. The way Wilder went down, he didn't look good. You couldn't let that continue. We're going to go back. Early in the round, Fury starts landing and starts doing damage. Body shot, and then he's going to come up top.
And at this point, when you're fatigued, you see the punch coming, but you can't really get out of the way of it. Both guys got extremely long arms, but Wilder has been taking those kind of shots for the past 5 or 6 rounds, and you think he's done, and then he answers, but he couldn't answer with this 1-2 from Tyson Fury. And Deontay Wilder went out the way that he wanted to go out in the second fight, on his shield.
It's a good point. Not only that, Russell Mora called the end to this fight with Wilder in the air.
Yeah.
Wilder did not even hit the canvas, and Mora said, no, that's it. That's it.
Game over.
He's seen enough.
Yeah.
I mean, the way he went down, Wilder could not continue.
And let me tell you, Wilder was still trying to get up.
No doubt. So many times he looked wobbled, he looked done. He deserves a big kiss right there. That was a hellacious fight for both men. Both men have a right to be proud of their effort at the highest level. And I hope and I believe Lennox Lewis, Andre Ward, we're going to see respect from the camps now. You've got to.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, it may be war, you may hate each other before the fight, but you resolve everything after the fight or while the fight's going on, and then you're friends after.
Hey, look, Fury had to dig deep. I mean, he had to dig deep all through this fight. He went down twice. He walked into a right hand, got dropped. I'm going to watch again here as we get into round 11 where it was stopped.
This is where the right hand comes across. Like I said, that right hand comes across on the left side of Deontay and catches him straight on the chin. And let me tell you, Deontay was a bit tired. He was tired. So, you know, exhaustion and everything caused him to stay down.
After the second fight, we did wonder, many wondered, hey, do we need to see a third fight? Well, yeah, we did. And then the next thing will be, are we going to see it again?
BK, that's how you close out a trilogy, brother.
Yeah.
That's how you close it out.
How about a quadrology? There we are during the knockout. Andre, you're so calm.
I always look underwhelmed. I'm jumping on the inside.
Andre, the heart rate
I've
is
seen
low.
a lot of knockouts and stuff in my life, man. I don't jump up and down. That's not my style, but trust me, man,
Well,
this was an epic night.
Lennox, you were up. Here's the Gypsy King. Wow, I mean, he had to dig deep tonight as well, fellas. He tries to jump up, but he was able to get up in the air. A little air time for Tyson Fury after an 11th round TKO. Had to earn it. There he is with his brother Shane. He said he had a great camp. At his best, he looked different. And this was just much more of a dig deep and find it. And Fury found it. Let's go to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 1 minute, 10 seconds in round number 11. He is the winner by way of knockout, and he is still the undefeated WBC and lineal heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson